Shalom. First and foremost, as always, Allah to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to two elders Ahar and the rest of the elders that are fervently pushing this truth. And as always, peace and blessings unto the elect. All right, so this lesson is going to be about, anyone that is thirsty, come to the waters, which stems from Isaiah 55. And this lesson, I got inspired to do this lesson from the experience of teaching out in Harrisburg yesterday, as y'all can see. Israelites in Harrisburg, PA. You had the brother out there. All right, he's been on the comment board for some time now. And I believe we've been in communication for about 3 weeks now. And I said, man, I just want to get out there and teach. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience because within like the first 5 minutes, it was about like 3 people, honking a horn, holding up the fist. Yeah, he had this one brother that drove by. He was like, shalom, shalom, shalom. And I was like, oh wow, that's spiritual. Hey, because in remote places like this, Harrisburg, Harrisburg is really is not really a turned up place. That city, for the most part, it looks a little quiet. It's not really like a lot going on because it's not a big city like Philly, New York. It's in a remote place in PA. So these people were like, oh wow, Israelites. Hey, because I don't know if there's even a camp in Harrisburg, So probably seeing Israelites out there is not a common thing out there. So people want the word. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised when this brother start going out because, now this brother has the duty. And because the whole point of this ministry, the whole goal is to make other teachers. So now, once this brother start going out more, Yahweh Ratazah, he's going to, bring in more fruit. And the brother Shamgar, we intend on going down there more often, so we can build up, so that we can build up the brother, right? So that he can be a adequate teacher of the word, because that's the goal, right? That's the goal of this ministry, to make more teachers, right? So that we can get the hell up out of here. This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 1. It says, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushai, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So that is the goal. Yahweh Tazah, that brother is a faithful man, right? Who will be able to teach others also. That's the whole goal. That's the whole point, right? So that more fruit, so that more of the elect can be gathered, which is clear as day that the elect is almost sealed. All right, the elect is near sealed already. But there's still men out there, clearly, that needs to hear the word, that wants to hear the word, as was demonstrated, as the Heavenly Father demonstrated to us yesterday. With all these people, honking the horn, and this one brother saying, shalom, shalom, shalom. Man, he probably was happy to see Israelites out there. Now, whether they were right or not, that's not for me to say. Who knows? Them guys may just run it back. They may just run it back, come back to see, if we're out there again, and inquire. So this is Isaiah chapter 55 and 1 in the NLT. It says, is anyone thirsty? Come and drink. Even if you have no money, come take your choice of wine or milk. It's all free. That's right, because we're not supposed to sell this word. All right, this word is for free. Let's go ahead and grab a few precepts on this. It's Proverbs 23 and 23. And this is dealing with the wisdom. It says, buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction and understanding. See that? So we're not supposed to sell the truth. Or this truth isn't meant to be sold. And how do we buy it? And we buy it essentially with our lives. Why is that? Because we do give an exchange. Just like on the left hand side, you have these celebrities, or these entertainers. They put their life on the line for their riches, for their fame. And well, guess what? We're putting our lives on the line for this truth. All right, because this truth is life or death. So now let's get Matthew 10th chapter. Matthew chapter 10. Matthew chapter 10 and verse, let me see. Matthew the 10th chapter. Bear with me one moment. Let me find it. Oh, here we go. Matthew 10 and 8. It says, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. See that? Freely have you received, freely give. And that's what we do. We freely give the word. All right, we don't go out there and we have, a jug, a big ass jug, like what other guys do. Basically putting it out there like, yo, we do take donations. Now if somebody comes up and say, hey, I want to donate, well, like, okay, cool, but we don't endorse it, we don't advertise it, right? So back to Isaiah 55:1, it says, is anyone thirsty, come and drink, even if you have no money, come take your choice of wine or milk. It's all free. That's right, because his word is likened unto food. This is Sirach chapter 15 and verse 1. It says, he that feareth how the wine will do good, and he that have knowledge of the law shall obtain her. And as a mother shall she meet him, and receive him as a wife married of a virgin. Verse 3, with the bread of understanding shall she feed him, and give him the water of wisdom to drink. You see that? Showing you that this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is likened unto food. Let's go ahead and get St. John the 7th chapter. This is St. John chapter 7 and verse 30. I'm gonna start verse 37. It says, in the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth unto me, as the scriptures have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. But this spake he of the Spirit, which they that believe on him should receive. For the Holy Ghost was not yet given, because that Yahushua was not yet glorified. So you see that? So the living waters, that's dealing with the Spirit. And if you desire to drink of it, your belly, therefore, is going to flow with living waters, with understanding. And that's why you have brothers that pour out the Spirit every day. Why? Because they came into Yahushua, they came into that wisdom. Which, how do you come into Yahushua? Right? By engulfing yourself in his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. By studying, eating the whole roll, like it says in the book of Ezekiel. Like it says in the book of Revelation. And you understanding and applying the scriptures. And once you get a taste of it, you're going to just want more and more and more. This is Sirach 24. So in verse 19, it says, come unto me, all ye that be desirous of me, and fill yourselves with my fruit. Yeah, just come and eat. For my memorial is sweeter than honey, and mine inheritance than the honeycomb. They that eat me shall yet be hungry, and they that drink me shall yet be thirsty, because you're just gonna want more. And that's how it be in his faith. All right, once you get a taste of the word, once you hear that you're an Israelite, or once you get a taste of some breakdowns, you're like, yo, man, I want some more. And you just read. I never forget sometimes me damn near being late for work because I'm reading some history. I'm like, oh snap, I wonder what's happening next. I wonder what happens next. I'm just reading chapter after chapter after chapter. Why? Because this word gives us joy. Okay, this word really satisfies us. This is really food. This is really food. All right, once you get a taste, I don't know. For example, I'm gonna say me for ice cream, because I love ice cream, right? Man, I take one bite of some ice cream, man. My taste buds gonna start tingling, and I'm just gonna want more. Like, hey, man, I need to get some more. Well, that's how it is with brothers in the faith. All right, they hear or they receive this word, and they're like, man, I just need some more. I need to hear some more. And that's where that fruit comes in at. Because now brothers are going to start to want to come around more or hit you up. Hey, bro, I was looking at this precept. What does this mean? What does that mean? And then they become a teacher. They're thirsty for this word. So Yahweh Ratazah out there in Harrisburg, and that's how it go. Some men come back to inquire, like, hey, yo, man, I was thinking, I need to get right. I need to get right with the Lord. How do I do that? Right? Because that's the time that we're in. We're in a time of more and more believers coming in to the faith, trying to get sealed because they see that the incoming destruction is here. So this is verse 2 now. Isaiah 55:2, it says, why spend your money on food that does not give you strength? Why pay for food that does you no good? Listen to me and you will eat what is good. You will enjoy the finest food. Yeah, because this wisdom is not comparable. Like it says, let me go back here to Sirach 24:20. It says, for my memorial is sweeter than honey. And honey is sweet. Honey is real sweet. So this is saying that wisdom is even more sweeter than honey, and my inheritance than the honeycomb. So it's better than food. It's better than real, tangible food that you literally eat and put in your mouth. That's how good wisdom is. That's how better wisdom is. And people are starting to realize that. Verse 3, it says, come to me with your ears wide open. Listen, and you will find life. And this is showing you that this is dealing with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. It says, come to me with your ears wide open. Listen, and you will find life. I will make an everlasting covenant with you. I will give you all the unfailing love I promised to David, which is the sure mercies of David. Because once you come into this faith, into this knowledge, or you have a chance of receiving salvation. You have a chance of receiving mercy. Mercy for all the things that we have done in our lives. This is Matthew chapter 22:14. For many are called, but few are chosen. And we're hoping to be of the chosen. We're hoping to be of the elect. So let's go into the word for chosen. The Greek word eklektos. So we're hoping to be of the eklektos, right? Picked out to obtain salvation through Hamashiach. Christians are called chosen or elect of the Most High. And Yahweh Tazah, we're of the elect. That's why we labor. And we go out there to them highways and byways to seal the elect, to help seal the elect, to bring them in as instructed. Well, since I'm in this chapter, I'm going to go ahead and read it. Jumping up to verse 9, Matthew 22:9. It says, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage, which bid means to call. So we're trying to call the elect into the marriage. Verse 10, so those servants went out into the highways and gathered together as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. That's right. And we was touching on that yesterday. All right, because it says both bad and good. Now, and we have to beware, you will have false prophets in this thing. You will have wicked men in this ministry. So that's why you have to pay attention to the actions of men. And if it's not aligning up with the scriptures, well, you have to disregard what they say, because it's not about just being a preacher of the word. It's also about being a doer of it as well. So if people's actions are not lining up with the scriptures, man, you gotta cast them away. No, hold on, Salakia. Hey, Shalom, bro. I'm doing a lesson real quick. Shalom. Yeah, so back to Matthew 22:10. It says, so those servants went out into the highways and gathered together, and all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. That's right. And some of those guests are going to be of the elect, and some of them aren't. So that's the whole objective on teaching this word. Going out just like how the ancient prophets did. Go city to city, state by state. Also, that's help by way of the internet. But also we go and travel, hey, because it is different. Hey, because I could easily just talk to the brother on the phone and just do that, but it's much more better when you go out there and you meet you meet the brother in person. He can get a feel for how how a camp is supposed to be ran. How you deal with certain things, how you maneuver. I mean, it's just different. It's just different. And then people actually seeing you out there, like it says in the book of Isaiah 30 and verse 20, because people actually want to see you out there, live and in person. It says Isaiah 30 and 20. It says, and though Yahweh, how the wine give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Yeah, and these people want to see other teachers. They want to see them. Hey, because you never know. Maybe we go back out there and say, I recognize y'all from the videos. I be tuning in. Hey, you just never know. You just never know. That's why it's good to be out there so that the people can see, and that will motivate them. That will stir them up to want to teach or be out there on them highways and byways and serving the Most High. Right. So with that, I'm going to close out. I'm gonna be at the altar real soon. Yahweh Desire. If you brothers and sisters were edified. So next time, Shalom.